A billionaire stopped his luxury car to buy bread from a poor girl. But the moment he fell in love with her, a secret buried for 23 years began to surface. A secret so dangerous, it could turn love into horror. Back and index pointing right before we begin. Like this story, subscribe for more powerful African tales, and comment below where you're watching from. Your support keeps these stories alive. The city of Zaramoko woke early. Not because it wanted to, but because hunger never slept. Roosters crowed from tin-roofed homes, barefoot children ran with empty bowls, and women balanced burdens on their heads with the grace of queens who had never worn crowns. At the edge of the central road, just before the city transformed into glass buildings and guarded gates, Amina set up her small wooden table. She was young, no older than 23, but life had carved years into her eyes. Her bread was simple: flour, water, fire. No preservatives, no secrets. She baked before dawn, her hands dusted white, her clothes always clean though they were old. Every loaf she sold fed someone's family, and helped her survive another day. Amina believed in work. She did not believe in miracles. So when the sound of engines rolled through the street like thunder, she did not look up. Black SUVs slowed. Security men stepped out. People froze. Only Amina kept arranging her bread. Inside the lead car sat Malik Adekunle, billionaire, investor, golden son of Africa. Tall, sharp-jawed, always dressed in tailored suits that whispered power. Malik owned hotels, mines, shipping routes, and half the skyline of Zaramoko. He was a man whose name opened doors and silenced rooms. But that morning Malik felt empty. Another meeting, another contract, another profit. Then he smelled it. Bread. Not the kind served in five-star hotels, but the kind his mother used to bake before she died. "Stop the car," he said suddenly. His assistant blinked. "Sir." "Stop the car." The convoy halted. People gasped. Malik stepped out. And that was when he saw her. Amina looked up at the wrong moment, and time folded in on itself. Her eyes were deep brown, steady, unafraid. Her face held no makeup, no ambition, only quiet dignity. She did not bow. She did not smile to please him. She simply said, "Good morning, sir. Bread is fresh." Something in Malik cracked. "How much?" he asked. "For one loaf." 50 naira. He laughed softly. "That's all." "That's honest," she replied. Malik bought 10 loaves, then paused. "You bake these yourself?" "Yes." "Every day?" "Yes." "Why here?" He shrugged. "People pass. People eat." Such simple answers. Such dangerous calm. Malik left, but he did not forget. The next day Malik returned. And the day after that. He came without the convoy sometimes. Without the suit. Just Malik, asking about her day, about her family, about her dreams. Amina was cautious. Rich men didn't speak to women like her unless they wanted something. "What do you want from me?" she asked one morning. Malik didn't lie. "I don't know yet," he said. "But I want to find out." Against her better judgment, she smiled. That smile followed him into boardrooms, into meetings, into sleepless nights. Within weeks, Zaramoko whispered, "The billionaire is in love with a bread seller. She must be using juju. No woman rises that fast without dark power." Amina heard it all. Malik ignored it all. One evening, under a sky painted orange and purple, Malik spoke the words that would change everything. "Amina, marry me." She laughed, not out of joy but disbelief. "Sir, you don't know my world. And you don't know mine," he said. "That's why this works." Tears filled her eyes. She had prayed for survival, not love. Malik took Amina to his mansion. Marble floors, crystal lights, guards at every corner. And waiting inside, Mrs. Adekunle, his mother. She looked at Amina like one inspects damaged goods. "So this is her," she said coldly. Amina bowed respectfully. Mrs. Adekunle did not return the greeting. "Do you know who we are?" she asked. Yes, Ma. And do you know who you are? Amina swallowed. I do. Then you should know this marriage will never happen. Malik stepped forward. Mother, I buried one mistake already, she snapped. I will not bury another. Amina didn't understand those words, but they shook her to the bone. That night, Malik found old files in his mother's study. Medical records, birth certificates, a name crossed out in red ink, and a photograph. A young woman, poor, exhausted, holding a newborn baby outside a village bakery. Written on the back, "Never let him find her." Malik's hands trembled. The woman in the picture looked painfully familiar. Too familiar. The truth was crawling toward him. Low, merciless. And somewhere across the city, Amina knelt beside her small bed, praying. She didn't know what was coming. She didn't know her love was standing on the edge of a truth that could destroy them both. She only knew one thing. The bread she sold had fed a king. But her heart had chosen a storm. Malik sat on the cold marble floor of his mother's study, the files spread before him like scattered bones. Birth records, hospital stamps, falsified adoption form, and one line that made his breath stop. Child exchanged at birth, village clinic, Zaramoko outskirts. No, he whispered. His mother had told him his father died young, that she struggled, that she suffered, that she protected him. This was theft. Footsteps echoed behind him. Mrs. Adekunle stood in the doorway, her face pale, her eyes no longer sharp. You were never meant to see that, she said quietly. Malik stood. Then tell me what I was meant to see. Silence filled the room like smoke. Finally she spoke. I lost my child, she said. The day you were born. Malik frowned. What are you saying? I was wealthy but desperate. My baby died hours after birth. In the same clinic, a poor woman had delivered a healthy boy. And a girl. Malik's heart pounded. She had twins, his mother continued, voice trembling. A boy and a girl. She was weak, lone. No husband. No money. Malik felt dizzy. I paid the nurse, Mrs. Adekunle said, tears breaking through. I took the boy. Malik staggered back. You stole me. I saved you, she screamed. From poverty. From hunger. And the girl? Malik asked, already knowing. Mrs. Adekunle whispered. She kept the girl. The world tilted. Amina, Malik breathed. At that same moment, Amina was closing her bread stall early. Her chest felt heavy all day. Her prayers restless. When Malik arrived, his face broken, eyes red, she knew something was wrong. Malik, she asked softly. He dropped to his knees in front of her. I need to tell you the truth, he said. Even if it destroys us. She listened. She did not interrupt. When he finished, tears streamed down her face, but not the way he expected. My mother, she whispered. She told me this story before she died. Malik looked up sharply. She said a rich woman stole her son, Amina continued. She said she forgave her, because anger would poison her heart. Malik's voice cracked. Amina, that son was me. She nodded slowly. And I am the daughter she kept. Silence swallowed them whole. Two souls. One stolen past. One cruel circle. Malik reached for her hands, then stopped. We can't, he said. Amina shook her head gently. No, she said. We are not what she made us. He looked at her, confused. My mother was not your mother, Amina continued. She raised you, yes. But blood is not the only truth. Malik searched her face. There is no sin between us, she said firmly. Only a crime done to us. They returned to the mansion together. Mrs. Adekunle saw them and fell into the chair. You told him, she said to Amina. I lived it, Amina replied calmly. Malik stood tall. You stole me, he said. And you built an empire on that lie. I loved you, his mother cried. You owned me, Malik answered. There's a difference. The guards watched silently as Malik spoke the words that would end a dynasty's illusion. "I am not your son by blood," he said. "But I am a man by choice. And I choose truth." He turned to Amina. "And I choose her." Mrs. Adekunle broke down, sobbing. "I was afraid," she whispered. "Afraid you would leave." Malik replied softly. "You never gave me the chance to stay honestly." The story exploded across Zaramoko. Billionaire was stolen at birth. Bread seller is sister by fate, not blood. Empire built on a lie. Shares fell. Boards panicked. Enemies circled. Malik resigned as CEO. He gave half his wealth to community trusts, education, clinics, bakeries, and with the remaining half, he built something new. With Amina, they opened a chain of affordable bakeries across Africa, named them Second Dawn. Every worker paid fairly, every loaf honest. Amina still baked. Malik still watched her like the first day. Months later, Malik received a letter. From prison. His mother's handwriting shook. "I lost you twice. First when I stole you. Second when I finally told the truth. Love is not possession. I learned too late. Forgive me, if you can." Malik folded the letter. He did not reply. But he visited. On a quiet evening, Malik and Amina stood where it all began, the dusty roadside. She handed him a loaf of bread. 50 naira, she smiled. He laughed. Still honest. He knelt. Not as a billionaire. Not as a stolen son. But as a man who survived truth. "Amina," he said. "We were broken by lies but healed by truth. Will you marry me?" She cried. "Yes," she said. "With clean hands and a clean heart." Ending message. They said love could not cross the river. They were wrong. Love crossed lies, class and blood. And still stood. Backhand index pointing right. If this story touched you, like, subscribe and share it. Speech balloon comment below. Do you believe truth always finds its way out?